Hello, friends. I'm delighted to have with me today the Reverend Dexter Ceballos, who is our missionary and the country director in Mongolia, of mission in Mongolia. Welcome, Dexter. I'm so glad you're with us.
Thank you for having me here, and hello, everyone.
I wanted to ask Dexter a couple of questions. He's here in the New York Annual Conference itinerating. That's what missionaries do. They itinerate and they travel from conference to conference. So this week he's been with us in the New York Annual Conference. So I wanted to ask this first question. So Dexter, you're Filipino. So how did you become the missionary in Mongolia?
Yeah, I think I get a lot of those questions. So I'm from the Philippines. I'm an ordained elder from the Philippines, and missionaries we apply to become a missionary. So it's something that you need to express. So I expressed my desire to become a missionary. And then the people who are, I would say, evaluating my gifts and graces, they will look for a matching country that needs the services based on my skills and based on my skills. So apparently, Mongolia needs someone of the gifts and graces that I can offer. So I was sent there.
So Mongolia needed you, right?
Well, in a way, yes.
Yes, yes, and we're so glad you're there. We're so glad you're there. So tell us about the mission in Mongolia. What is happening there?
So Mongolia is called a mission initiative, which means it's just a starting mission. It's just 20 years old. And the goal of a mission initiative is to establish Methodist presence in countries and places wherein Christianity is a minority. So that is the role, or that is the goal of Mongolia Mission Initiative. And I am there to oversee the whole mission of Mongolia. I oversee all the churches. We have 12 churches in Mongolia. We also have other programs and centers. We have hospice center. We have a center for learning and sports, and that is where the after school program is happening. And we have a gymnasium there. So all of those programs fall under my supervision. But we have local staff, we have local pastors who are running and ministering with all of those uh, areas and places.
Yeah. There's a lot going on, right?
Yes, yes.
Right. And you're lending your expertise to them. So could you tell us a story that might help us and understand how the mission work in Mongolia has changed or transformed a life?
Well, as a church who has been there in Mongolia, it has changed several lives. But I want to share with you also how the church started. It started through a hospice program. So the goal, well, basically, we just want to take care of people. We just want to show our love to them, especially the cancer patients. But miraculously, one of the cancer patient got healed of cancer, and that is God's way of showing the power of God's love to the people, and that's how the church started. When people heard the stories of the care that we're providing, when they heard the stories of the miraculous healing, they started going to the cell group or prayer meeting that's happening. And then eventually, by God's grace, it grew to several churches that we have. And we are continually engaging the healing ministry through the hospice program. We continue to take care of cancer patients in the capital because that is our passion. That is who we are at United Methodist. Simply, we just want to love people and take care of them.
Yeah. You just said it. That is what our mission is as United Methodists. Could you say, what does it mean? What is our United Methodist understanding of mission? What does that mean for us while we're listening and watching?
Well, one of the, I would say, theology of mission that we have is to recognize that God is already present in the place before we come in. God is already in Mongolia before we even come in. Has already been taking care of them. But by God's mighty power, God also called us to go there to facilitate what God has been doing for several years. And the people might recognize. Probably a lot of people doesn't recognize that this is the works of God, and God is really there to change their lives. So what we do whenever we go to a certain place, I think we just facilitate. We just help them to discover God who is already working in them. So that is at the core of what we believe as United Methodist Church, that we make disciples for the transformation of the world, but to recognize that God is already ahead of us, and we will just follow what God has been doing all along.
Amazing. Beautiful. And so true, right? Well, we could keep talking all day, but I'll just ask you, what can we in the United Methodist Church of the New York Annual Conference, what can we do to support you and the mission work in Mongolia?
So missionaries that is being sent by Global Ministries around the world needs financial support, because mission is also very expensive. It's not easy also because we go out of our comfort zones. So I am here to appeal for financial support, and I have my advance number. It's there. It's there. So anybody who would like to support our mission, they can go to the website of Global Ministries, and then you can use the number to support our mission in Mongolia. And also, not just if you have more questions, if you need to know more about what we do there, about the programs, the churches, the hospice, the my email is also here. Please feel free to contact me, so that we can continue to talk about what God is doing in this part of the world.
Yes, definitely. We want to continue to be in relationship with you and also pray for you and the mission in Mongolia. It's only 20 years old. 20 years old. And there's 12 churches now, but we pray that there'll be many, many more opportunities for people to encounter God in Mongolia. Dexter, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone, thank you.